Poopiest Pooper. What's going on, people? Welcome back to another episode of the Not a Football Show. My name is Tico from the Tico Fantasy Show, and I'm here with my pal, Sully Sports. What's going on, Sully?
What up?
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
Oh, that's good. How was your Halloween, my friend?
You know, Halloween.
Yeah?
Ate some candy. Not much trick-or-treating.
No.
I think I'm a little old for that.
I think you are. What do we got today?
On today's show, we are going to be doing a couple of things. First, we're going to be we are going to be looking at the Thursday night game. We're going to be doing a Thursday night preview for the game on Thursday night. And then we are going to be doing our mid-season award show. We're going to be giving out some awards for these players mid-season. We're going to say some things.
Yeah,
give them
baby.
some awards.
Some things, baby. Give them some rewards.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I think we should get into the Thursday night preview.
I think we should.
Let's do it. We got Thursday night football between the Steelers and the Titans.
We are getting Will Levis action once again. Will Levis is going to be the best thing to happen to the Titans all season.
He's going to be the best thing that's happened to the Titans since Derrick Henry.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a hot take.
I'm excited. I really like Will Levis. You know, he might have just thrown some cool deep balls, but still, I really like Will Levis.
I mean, he threw some cool deep balls, which is something that Ryan Tannehill could not do. So,
No.
I mean,
Ryan Tannehill can't do
Sure.
that. Malik Willis definitely can't do that.
Malik Willis can't even throw short balls.
No, Malik Willis
can't throw
He
balls.
can't even catch the snap.
He can't do anything.
Yeah, he had to have Will Levis protecting him.
Yeah. The only thing he can do is get booed by his own fans.
Yeah, man, that's tough. That's got to be bad. You gotta feel for the guy.
Yeah.
Eh.
Whatever. He's getting paid a lot.
Yeah,
Who
you know,
cares?
it's cool. But, Will Levis is going to be the starting QB for the Titans, and on the other side of the ball, Kenny Pickett's going to play. We didn't know if he was going to play originally, but he's playing.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's 3-point favorites over under 36 points. I'm taking Tennessee to win this game. I hate betting on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
I want to take Tennessee to win this game, but I believe the Steelers are at home. And the Steelers always find a way to come through, and I'm actually taking the Steelers. I don't want the Steelers to win this game. I think it's going to be a close game, but I got to take the Steelers.
Yeah, it's just Pittsburgh's bottom 6 against the run, so I think Derrick Henry's going to have a big day. They're not going to have Minkah Fitzpatrick. And, Tennessee's got a pretty decent run defense, so I don't think Najee
12th
and
best
Warren,
in the league.
I don't think Najee and Warren are doing very much against them.
No, I'm not. Listen, if you can get out of starting Najee Harris or Jaylen Warren this week, don't do it. Don't start them. Just don't go near them. It's not worth it. Don't do it.
Hey, if you can get out of starting them any week,
get
away from
it.
it.
If you can trade them, get rid of them.
If you can drop them, dude, just get rid of them.
Do anything, man. Just put them in the garbage can.
Yeah, might as well.
Close the lid. Take the trash bag out.
Put them in
done
the
with
dump.
That. Yeah.
Yeah.
But is there anybody? Oh, Deontay Johnson and George Pickens.
Yeah.
I'm firing them up. The Titans are actually the 8th worst in the league against receivers.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah. So
Deontay Johnson or George Pickens.
Oh man. So in my rankings, I had George Pickens higher than Deontay Johnson just because you got the touchdown upside with George Pickens, and Deontay Johnson. It's been years since he's got a touchdown, so that's the only reason I have him higher than him. But yeah, I'd probably pick Pickens over Johnson.
Okay.
You disagree? You would go the other way?
I guess.
Johnson
I don't know, man.
It's like, what do you value more? Do you like George Pickens can catch a touchdown at any given time, and Deontay Johnson, I want to say he can do that, but he can't. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah, but you look at a game like last week, he can catch a touchdown at any time and still have a bad day.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'd rather have Deontay Johnson. I feel like he's a lot safer of an option.
At
more
least he has the
consistent.
guaranteed targets. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the he gets the targets.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's anything else in that game you would.
No, I mean, there's not much going on. It's
You're
gonna be
starting
a
the
pretty poopy
defenses, Titans or Steelers?
game. Probably. I mean, yeah, why not? I mean, it's a pretty poopy game. Thursday night is going to be low scoring, so you might as well.
Amazon loves to get the poopy games.
They love poop.
But, yeah, I think that's all we got for Thursday night. I think we need to get into the awards.
The awards.
The awards. The midseason awards.
Now, are you looking at these awards, kind of looking forward into the season, or is
No.
it just right now?
It is right now, the first half of the season, the midseason.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I got like two guys that kind of.
Hey,
whatever.
we'll talk about it. We'll
talk about it.
We'll figure it out. The first award we're going to be going. The first award we're going to be doing is the Wavier Pickup of the Year.
And who's your guy?
I think you should start off.
Oh, you think I should start off? I think we may have the same guy.
We probably do.
You want to say it on 3?
1, 2, 3. Puka
Adam
Nacua.
Thielen. All right. I mean, I wrote down Puka also because I feel like he's the safe answer.
Puka has been better than Adam Thielen. He's the wide receiver 4 on the season, and Adam Thielen's been great. Don't get me wrong. Adam Thielen's been wonderful, but Puka has been better.
Yeah, the reason I have Adam Thielen instead of Puka is because he's the wide receiver 8, and he's showing no signs of stopping. The thing with Puka, 2 out of the past 3 weeks, he's had under 8 points, and any given week, Matt Stafford could mess his hand up again, and then Cooper Kupp could have a boom week. So that's why I'd like Adam Thielen as the waiver pickup of the year because he's a wide receiver 8. You thought they were going to make some moves at the deadline to get some weapons, and they didn't. So I think it's just going to keep on going up for Adam Thielen from here on out.
Agreed. I mean, Adam Thielen has been really good. This is I believe he's 33 years old, 32 years old. This man is revived his career, and it's great to see. They've been using him in the slot a lot, and I love it. If Adam Thielen's doing good, I'm a happy guy.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's a top 15 receiver the rest of the year. So,
inevitably, he's so old. He's so old, so it's like, is he going to be a top 15 wide receiver for the rest of the year? I don't know, but I know Puka will probably be a top 15 wide receiver for the rest of the year, too, just because of what he's done so far.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of cheating, though.
Yeah, I mean, so far this season, he's got 795 yards, 61 receptions. He's 3rd in the league in receiving yards. I mean, Puka, I wanted to put him in another thing. We're going to throw some rookies in here later on. I wanted to put him in there, but I ended up putting him in the waiver spot instead.
Yeah, I didn't put him in the rookie spot either because I like the rookies. You kind of drafted them.
Yeah.
Nobody was drafting Puka Nacua. But the thing with Adam Thielen, only 3 games under 10 targets. In 2 of those games, he had 8 targets and 9 targets.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's getting the rock.
He's
getting
good.
the rock.
It's because Bryce Young is a good quarterback. He just has nobody to throw the ball to but Adam Thielen.
Yeah, and Bryce Young's another reason why I like Thielen over Puka because Matt Stafford's going down and Bryce Young's going up every week.
100%. So if you're looking at this in not just this half of the season, but the next half as well, I totally agree with you. I would probably take Adam Thielen over Puka.
Yeah.
But at this point, I would say Puka. Just because, 795 yards. He's 3rd in the league in receiving yards as a rookie. That's freaking crazy.
Freaking crazy.
Cooper Kupp who?
Who? Never heard of him.
Nope.
That guy blows.
Are we ready to move on to the next award?
I'm done.
Okay. The next award we're going to be giving out is the Rookie of the Year.
The Rookie of the Year. I think you should start us off with this one.
I have 2 Rookies of the Year.
I have 2 as well.
But I'm going to go with one first, and then you'll go one, and then I'll go one.
I'll say if you say mine, I'll say my other one.
Okay. My first Rookie of the Year is the man who's actually a wide receiver 2, but is kind of a wide receiver 1 right now because somebody's hurt. Mr. Jordan Addison.
That's my other guy. That wasn't my main guy. But that was one of my guys.
He's been damn good, dude. He's been good. He's a first-round wide receiver. He looks like a first-round wide receiver. I mean, he's been great. And so far in the season, 7 touchdowns through 8 games, 482 yards. He's currently the wide receiver 11 on the season, and he's been balling. And even when Justin Jefferson comes back, I still think he's going to be balling because he's just that talented.
I mean, when Jefferson was playing, he was balling. He was catching bombs. I mean, he had a little bit of a different role. He wasn't getting targeted every play, but he was catching deep balls for touchdowns. I think either his first or second game, he caught a 50 or 60
something
yard
like
touchdown.
that. He caught multiple touchdowns while Justin Jefferson was still there. So even when he comes back, I'm still happy to have him.
Yeah, he's looking like the Devonta Smith right now to AJ Brown kind of.
Hey man, you want to throw it back even further? We could call it the Chris Carter and Mr. Randy Moss,
or the Adam Thielen.
Oh no, the Adam Thielen to the Stephon Diggs.
Yeah.
Is that what you were going for?
I completely forgot about Stephon Diggs. I was going to say Justin Jefferson, but sure, Adam Thielen.
People forget about Stephon Diggs, man. Yeah. Don't forget about him. He did play for the Vikings.
Miracle.
Yeah, man.
Case Keenum.
Good stuff.
All right, but my guy that I chose, I kind of picked him because he's at a position where these guys are rare. I'm taking Sam Laporta, Rookie of the Year.
Baby, man.
Laporta, tight end 4 on the year. He's broken the rookie tight end curse. He is a monster, and he's another guy that I only see going up from here on out. He has one of the easiest upcoming schedules the rest of the season. I don't know exactly who they play, but I know the Lions' schedule is just perfect, just so beautiful. He's on bye this week, which kind of sucks, but...
hey, man, let him rest up. Let him get some... he deserves a little rest. He's been working hard for our fantasy team.
Yes, he has. Tight end 4. I mean, as a rookie...
He's been balling. He's been balling, and he looks great. George Kittle's talked a lot about him. I think George Kittle said he trained him or something like that. I don't know. Something along those lines. He worked out together. I don't know. But George Kittle has a lot of good things to say about him, and it makes sense. He's a really good tight end.
I mean, didn't they go to the same college?
Yeah,
Iowa.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe that's why.
Tight end U, man.
TEU, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't got much else to say for rookies. I mean, obviously Devon Achane would be here if he wasn't injured.
That was my next guy.
Oh, you got another guy. My bad. That
was my next guy. Okay, so my next rookie of the year, Devon Achane. Devon Achane was actually my first rookie of the year, but I wanted to talk about Jordan Addison because, he's playing and actually in the league right now. But Devon Achane, he may have only played, really only 3 games. He technically played 4, but he really didn't play, he only played in 15% of the snaps in that one game. So he really only played 3 games. And this guy was ballin'. He was the he's the RB14 right now, only playing in 3 games. That's crazy enough by itself. But while he was playing, 527 all-purpose yards, 7 touchdowns. Devon Achane should have been the rookie of the year. And if he played all 8 games, oh, Jesus Christ. How many yards would he have right now?
Do the math.
A lot.
A lot of yards. I mean, yeah, when Devon Achane was on the field, he looked like the greatest player in NFL history.
Dude, he was averaging over 10 yards per carry, some crazy numbers. I love him. I love him.
And he ended up getting hurt in garbage time against the Giants.
So sad. So sad.
Yeah, but, he's sitting on your IR spot, getting ready to come back just in time for playoffs. So.
Week 11, he's coming back, and he's going to be good to see back. And, I think he's still somebody who can hit that 1,000-yard mark on the season easily.
You probably hit it in a game.
Yeah.
Oh. What was it, 400, 500 yards?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can get there.
You can put up 473 yards in a game. Yeah, that's possible.
Hey, if I'm betting on anyone to do it,
it would be him.
But
yeah, he's making history, was making history, and he's going to go make some more history when Week 11 comes around.
Yes, he is. That's all I got for rookies. I don't got nothing else. You want to get into our big busts?
Yeah, the big bust of the year.
Big busts. You want to start us off? Or
I will, because I hate this guy. Hate's a strong word, but I do hate this guy. I'm sorry, I do. Chris Olave.
That was one of mine.
Chris Olave, man. I'm sorry. This guy is overhyped, and I'm so tired of it. Everybody says, oh, Chris Olave this, Chris Olave that. And he's good. He's been catching. He got a good amount of receptions. I think he's over 500 receiving yards in the year. But he doesn't score touchdowns. Taysom Hill and Alvin Kamara, they just steal all his touchdowns. So he's just a big fat bust.
I mean, one of the things that everyone was excited for about Olave coming into the season was his air yards.
Yeah.
His air yards last year and the fact that he was a deep threat. Rashid Shaheed's taken that job.
Yeah.
Rashid Shaheed is the deep threat there, so Chris Olave has essentially lost his job and kind of doesn't really have a place in the offense now, in my eyes.
No, it's not that he doesn't have a place. He has a place. He's that underneath guy. He still gets some
It's Michael Thomas, though.
Yeah, I mean, Michael Thomas, Chris Olave, But you use the 3rd-round pick on him. Use the 3rd-round pick on him in your fantasy drafts. Or a second. His ADP was pick 24, and he hasn't paid that off. Not even close. Nowhere near that. And I hate him. I hate him. I'm sorry.
I mean, yeah, his best game this year was week 1, 15.2 points. That was his best game, and he's the wide receiver 30 right now. Yeah,
he's averaging 9.9 points per game in half PPR. I mean, he's just been ass. He's been ass.
I mean, everyone was so excited. The hype, Derek Carr's coming in. He's better than Andy Dalton.
He's not.
He is.
Barely.
Not for Chris Olave.
Barely. If you look at the stats, it's not very close. It's pretty close actually. They're pretty close.
Yeah. All right. I'll go ahead and say my bust. This guy is the RB24 on the season, Ramondre Stevenson. He's getting a little bit better now because he's getting some receiving work, but this was a guy you drafted basically to be your RB1, maybe RB2 if you took him, took a running back 1st round.
Yeah.
But when you're losing snaps to Ezekiel Elliott, or should I say the shell of Ezekiel Elliott, it's no good. He has not gone over 60 yards on the ground this season, and he's only gone over 50 yards twice. So, I mean, this guy's just a product of getting checkdowns. He's not good. When he gets the ball, he doesn't look good. When they don't give him the ball, guess what? He doesn't look good because he doesn't have the ball. So, I mean, where do you like Ramondre? Where?
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
Ramondre's just been ass. He's not been good. He's the bust of the year for a reason for you. He just hasn't been good. And it's the same thing with Chris Olave. Chris Olave was a little bit higher, probably a round higher, but still, you probably used a 3rd or 4th round pick on Ramondre. He hasn't paid off nowhere near that.
Yeah, and these picks are obviously not including guys that were injured.
Yeah,
Nick Chubb would be the bust of the year,
but
but
you can't say that. You can't say he's the bust of the year. You couldn't have known that he was going to possibly get hurt. I mean, you could have said Garrett Wilson was the bust of the year with Aaron Rodgers getting hurt, but
he's actually been good.
Yeah, he's been decent.
He's been better than Chris Olave.
That's the truth. Because he is better than Chris Olave.
There you go.
Yeah.
But
Ramondre, mid.
Not good.
Olave, mid.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have the numbers here right now, but I think all of Ramondre's good games came when he had like over 6 receptions.
Something like that. But that's, we wanted to see that out of him. We wanted to see a lot more receiving out of him, and we really haven't. There's been very limited games where he's been getting a lot of receiving work.
I mean, yeah, you wanted to see receiving work, but you wanted to see him actually do something on the ground. He's done zero, zilch, nada, nothing.
The Ezekiel Elliott signing just really, it ended the year for him before the year even started.
Yeah, I mean, they do the same thing. I mean, they look the same. They run about the same speed.
Yeah, they do. Hey, man, Ezekiel Elliott had this one touchdown once upon a time that didn't count, and he looked pretty damn fast.
He looked pretty damn faster than Ramondre.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, those are my 2 guys, Chris Olave and Ramondre. Do you have another one, or was your other
that's
one
it. That's it. Chris Olave, man, he's pissed me off. Mid. Very mid. Not mid as a football player. He's a good receiver, but for fantasy football, mid.
Yes.
But yes, let's get on to our next award. The next award we are going to be talking about is the Value Pick of the Year.
Yes, a guy you got late in your draft. Maybe you got him at a discount. The guy who's going to be balling out for me rest of season and, for a little bit part of this season.
Yeah.
My first guy, Breece Hall.
Dude, he's beating the drum.
You got a major discount on Breece Hall because he was coming off his injury and because they had just signed Dalvin Cook, and it was like, Dalvin Cook's going to be so good on the Jets. He's a superstar running back. He's going to take all of Breece Hall's snaps. And I was that guy too. I thought the same exact thing. But Breece Hall, once he got that snap count taken off of him from Robert Saleh, he's looked like rookie Breece Hall. He's breaking big runs. He had, like a 60-something yard receiving touchdown last week?
Yeah, we're not going to talk about his rushing yards last week because, I think it was like 11 for 17. We're not going to talk about that. But besides that, he's been fantastic.
Yeah, especially with Zach Wilson at quarterback. I mean, he's the RB15 and basically didn't play in the first 3 weeks, even though the first week he had a really good week.
Yeah, he did.
Somehow. I don't know why. But
I think he rushed for over 120 yards that week.
Yeah, it was mainly off like 2 runs.
Yeah.
He only got like 10 carries, I think, or something like that. But week 2 and week 3 is basically non-existent. For him to be the RB15 right now, probably a guy who got, 4th, 5th round, maybe?
Maybe a little,
late
third. 4th, 5th.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe third, yeah.
There's not many running backs I would take over Breece rest of season.
Oh, no, dude. So. I think he's a top 5 running back for the rest of the season, most likely.
I'd probably say top 3.
Top 3?
Maybe I might take another guy over him.
Oh. But my value pick of the year is actually somebody you talked about earlier. Rookie Sam Laporta.
Okay.
So, Sam Laporta, you took him, if you did draft him, which I think some people did, they took him in the last round. You took him at pick 147. 147, bro. The tight end 4, pick 147. God damn. 434 yards on the year, 43 receptions, 4 touchdowns. Like you said earlier, he's been fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, we're just beating a dead horse, man. We're just going to keep hyping up Sam Laporta over
But I have another one. I got another value pick of the year. Mr. Tua Tagovailoa. You know why I'm calling him Tua Tagovailoa? Because this man's been swinging his meat around. This guy's dirty. I love me some Tua. He's been balling. QB5 on the season, 2,400 yards, 18 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. We're not going to talk about that. But he's been great. You drafted him in the 10th through 12th round, around pick 95 to 105. He's been fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, MVP.
Yeah.
MVP.
He
is the MVP. I mean, I believe he leads almost every statistical category for quarterbacks.
Almost.
Percentage and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's tied with Kirk Cousins right now in passing touchdowns, but
he leads the league in yards, no?
He leads the league in yards, leads the league in passing touchdowns, technically.
Completion percentage, QBR, and that stuff.
He's been fantastic. So. I don't know if he's the front runner to win MVP anymore, but he's definitely up there.
Yeah, I mean, you give a guy you give a guy Tyreek, you give a guy Jalen Waddle, and you give a guy some nice weapons, finally a decent offensive line. And who would have thought your quarterback's good?
Who would have thunk it?
Who would have thunk it? I mean, he just, he can't throw the deep ball, though.
No, man, he can't do it.
I'm pretty sure he leads the league in passes over 40 air yards, so, I mean, pretty nice.
It just looks weird, it looks weird on camera when he's throwing just because it's the left arm. Yeah. But, man, his arm's fine, bro. That arm's good. That's a solid arm he's got on him.
That is a solid arm he's got. I have me a little runner-up to Breece Hall. Give me another guy, kind of the same situation. You got it at a discount, a little late, 3rd, 4th. Maybe top 5 RB rest of the season, Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara, you got him at a discount because he was suspended.
Yeah.
So nobody really wanted to, take on that 3-4 weeks that he was gone.
It was 3 games, but you know what? You're happy.
Yeah,
you're happy you didn't have him for them 3 games.
Yeah, you got a top 5 running back now. He averages just under 9 targets a game. I believe he's at 8.8 targets a game when you do the math.
I think he leads the Saints in receptions already, and he missed the first 3 games.
Probably. I mean, he had like 14 receptions in his first game back, I think,
dude, some
like
crazy numbers. Derek Carr loves to dump that thing off to him.
Yeah, because Derek Carr's trash. So, I mean,
Derek Carr is trash.
You're just going to throw the ball to your little man in the backfield and just let him run around a little bit. So, yeah, I mean, if you drafted Alvin Kamara and Breece Hall, you probably lost your first 3 weeks, but you're set for the rest of the season. So.
Yeah. Do you think Alvin Kamara is going to be good for the rest of the season? Do you think this is going to be something that he eventually slows down? Like last year, Alvin Kamara, he started off like decent. He started off good, but then towards the end of the year, it got really bad. He was like the RB20. He was barely averaging like 3 yards per carry. It was really bad at the end of the year. You think we might see that again?
I mean, we could because he's not been efficient on the ground.
No, he
has not been efficient on the ground. He's just getting a bunch of receptions, a bunch of receiving yards. So unless they make a change to the game plan, which I think they should, their offense has not been very good.
No, it hasn't.
So, I mean, you probably could see a change in Alvin Kamara. He could end up sucking a little bit because this offense has been bad when he's been good. So, yeah.
But I think that's a little value. Yeah.
That's that.
So the next thing we are going to be doing is the big one. The Mac Daddy, the MVP.
Woo! And to me, there's only 2 guys you can give this award to.
Yep.
You wanna say yours?
Do you want to say it together?
Sure.
Do you think we could say the same one at the same time?
Probably. The runner-up or the winner?
Oh man, I'm gonna say the winner.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Tyreek
Hill.
McCaffrey.
God damn it!
So close.
Why?
Because he is at a position that's just plagued by injuries, and you can't get a lot of guys.
But doesn't Tyreek Hill lead the league in fantasy points?
He leads CMC by like 10.
He leads the league in fantasy points. MVP.
Yeah, does he have 17 games in a row with a touchdown?
No, but he's averaged a touchdown in every single game this season.
Don't care.
I do.
Would you rather have a stud running back rest of the season or stud receiver rest of the season?
I'd rather have Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill's on pace to beat the receiving yard record by a long shot. He's about to put up 21. He's on pace to have 2,150 receiving yards.
I don't care about yards.
17 touchdowns.
I don't care. Listen, the fact that Christian McCaffrey plays running back and how many running backs get hurt, just start sucking at the end of the year, he is the MVP. I would take Christian McCaffrey over anybody this season.
I want Tyreek.
No.
Yes.
No.
The difference between Tyreek Hill and A.J. Brown, who's the number 2 wide receiver in receiving yards, is almost 100 yards. The difference between him and 3 is Puka Nacua. It's nearly 200 yards. There is a significant difference between Tyreek Hill and the next guy and the next guy. There is not that as big of a difference between CMC and the next guy and the next guy.
Well, there's only that big of a difference because Justin Jefferson's hurt. It would be Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, well, Justin Jefferson is hurt, and you can't talk about ifs.
You know who else is hurt? Every single running back ever.
Yes.
So I'd rather have Christian McCaffrey.
Tyreek Hill has been balling.
Listen, man, you can get a good plug and play receiver on the waiver wire every single week. You can't just be picking those running backs up off the waiver wire like they're grow on a vine or something.
You know what? You know what the truth is?
What's the truth?
They both should be MVPs.
Yeah.
They both should be MVPs.
They can't be.
Tyreek Hill has been balling. CMC has been balling. They've both been fantastic. If you got them on your fantasy team, you're probably winning unless you're producer Kev.
I know one way we could settle this. Who is the MVP, producer Kev? Is it Christian McCaffrey or is it Tyreek
producer
Hill?
Kev. Come on.
I may be a Tyreek Hill owner, but I would love a good running back right now.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
Exactly. Listen, man, the positional advantage is all it is. Tyreek Hill does have more points. He's more fun to watch, I'd say.
Oh, a lot
but
more.
Christian McCaffrey, he plays running back, so you got to have him.
Yeah.
You just got ratioed in real life. How did that feel?
Tough.
I mean, at least we both had, both those two
We had both
guys,
of them, yeah.
so.
It's clearly those two. They're currently both the front runners for Offensive Player of the Year. I don't know who's going to win. I'm thinking Tyreek Hill is. I think Tyreek Hill is actually a little bit higher in the odds right now, but,
Probably.
Yeah.
The thing with McCaffrey, you're guaranteed 6 points on the first drive.
You are guaranteed 6 points on the first drive every single week.
Every week.
But you're almost guaranteed that every week with Tyreek as well.
Not unless you play the Patriots week 4 or something.
He scored a touchdown on the Patriots.
Yeah, he still had like 8 points.
What are you at 14? What are you talking about?
I'm not a numbers guy, dude.
But yeah, I think those were all of the awards besides one.
Ah, yes.
Besides one, we got an extra award.
An extra award.
Not a football show award.
This is the Tico Special Award.
We got the Poopiest Pooper of the year. Would you like to say yours first, or would you like me to say
Sure,
mine?
because I heard you put some thought into yours.
Oh,
I kind of
dude.
just came up with mine pretty quickly. Didn't write much down. Matt Canada's my poopy poop face of the year.
Man, Matt Canada's the biggest pooper in the world.
He is. I mean, he's got an offense full of weapons. He just can't get nothing going. I mean, how many first-round talents are on that team? Najee Harris.
A lot.
Kenny Pickett. That actually might be the only two
Yeah, I
on the
think that's
offense.
it,
Now that I
actually.
think about it, but George Pickens is a beast. Deontay Johnson's really good.
You have such a fun offense, and you
Jalen
made
Warren.
it, and they just make it no fun.
Yeah, I mean, Matt Canada, have fun challenge.
Yeah, I mean, fun job. Dude, when the fans are chanting in the crowd, we want Matt Canada fired. They're in my comment section. My whole entire comment section is, we want Matt Canada fired. We want Matt Canada fired. Fire Matt Canada. There's a problem. You gotta address this.
Yeah, you do.
So he's a great poopiest poop face pooper. Now, my poopiest poop face pooper, I had a couple of them, I wanted to say Miles Sanders because Miles Sanders has been trash. You drafted him high. I wanted to say Cam Akers. You drafted him in the 6th round. He hasn't done jack shit. But I
Scored
decided...
a touchdown.
Yeah, not really.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the guy I'm giving the poopiest poop face pooper to is Calvin Ridley. Because Calvin Ridley has really stepped on all of our dreams. We wanted him to be this top 5 wide receiver, and he came out week 1 and said, hey guys, hey, it's me. I'm a top 5 wide receiver. It's me.
Yippee!
It's me. Woohoo, woohoo, woohoo. And then he just decided to disappear. He put on a disappearing cape and went under the table and just never came back up. He's gone. He disappeared, and I don't think he's coming back.
I'm going to be honest. I faded Calvin Ridley in every single one of my leagues once I saw how high he was going, strictly because of some routes he ran in practice.
Dude,
everyone's
they were so nice.
Dude, he's so fast. If a video of Tyreek Hill came out doing that, he would make Calvin Ridley look like a little baby.
Yeah, silly.
From that angle, if Tyreek Hill did it, it would make Calvin Ridley look like nothing.
It should have been more of a testament to how slow Zay Jones was than to how fast Calvin Ridley was.
Yeah, I mean, cool. You can run routes in practice, guy. I mean, what did he do? Like
he had one nice catch. He had the
nice catch. Yeah, whoopee. Well, guess what? Christian Kirk has better catches and more touchdowns and more receiving.
And he's fast. Christian Kirk's surprisingly fast.
Yeah, sneaky athlete.
Yeah, but he's my poopiest poop face pooper. I wanted to draft him in every single league, but I guess the fantasy gods were on my side, and he just ended up going 1 pick before me in every single draft. And I'm so thankful that happened. And yeah, Calvin Ridley just hasn't been it.
Yeah, I mean, a few months before the draft, you would do like some mocks. He'd go like 4, 5. Eventually, come draft day, he was like a late 2nd round pick, early 3rd round pick.
Crazy, bro.
Like, he was
crazy.
He soared up those draft boards like Dameon Pierce did last year.
Yeah, man. But Dameon Pierce, at least Dameon Pierce actually provided something. A little bit more than that.
Yeah.
There's 36 different wide receivers that you could have drafted that are better than him.
I bet I can name all 36.
Well,
Adam Thielen, Puka Nacua.
Yeah, but he's been pretty bad, and he's my poopiest poop face pooper.
Probably.
Yeah. So I think those are all of our awards. Do you have any special ones you want to give out?
No.
No? Another guy who I wanted to consider for the poopiest poop face pooper was T. Higgins.
I mean, he was hurt.
Yeah, that's the only reason I didn't give it to him was because he's hurt, and I felt a little bad giving it to him because of that. He's had one good game all season, but besides that, he has been pretty poopy.
You can't give it to Josh McDaniels anymore.
No, man. Bye-bye, Joshua.
See, yeah, they fired everyone. They fired their offensive coordinator.
Fired the
got rid of
GM, got rid of everything.
Everything. I mean, they saw they didn't make any moves yesterday, and were like, yeah, you know what? Bye.
Apparently, they didn't make any moves because of that. Apparently, there was so much chaos going on in their locker room and just everywhere, the offices, everything, that they just couldn't make any moves. They were leaving phones ringing for people calling them because they just couldn't do it. They couldn't do anything.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was tough. And now they got a new coach. He's an old Giants player. I don't something
Antonio
Pierce.
Douglas?
Something Pierce.
Antonio Pierce?
Antonio
I think
Pierce.
it's like a
Something Pierce. Something Pierce. I don't really know who he is, to be honest. He's before I was watching football. But yeah, we'll see what he can do.
Coach Prime to Vegas.
Send Shadur over there. But yeah, I think that's all we got for today's show.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching the Not a Football Show. My name is Tico from the Tico Fantasy Show, and this is my pal, Sully Sports. Any last comments, Sully?
No.
He has no last comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.